How's it been going, guys? Welcome to another video here. I am Guenter. Welcome to the review here. This is Nostalgia Critic's newest review, and it's on 2020's Scoob. I am aware he's done one on Spaceballs. I've not watched that one yet. Just want to let you guys know, I hope you guys are well. Look after yourselves. I apologise about my green screen. My green screen's acting really funny again, but it's been fine all day, but it's just this corner again. So, I hope you guys are well. Today we're going to be watching his newest review as of within the next 3 hours. His next one's going to be on in about 3 hours. We're looking at 2020's Scoob. I remember this being advertised. It was just at the start of the pandemic. I've not seen it, but I heard it's got okay reviews. So today we're going to be watching that video today. So I hope you guys are well. If you guys are doing all right, smash that like button, don't forget to subscribe. If you guys want any more reactions off me, you've got to start following my other account on Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch for the last 6-7 weeks, having a blast. Do check out my Twitch channel, guys. Also, I'm going to put my wife's on there. I'm trying to help my wife get affiliate. If you guys can help me, please follow my wife on Twitch. I'll put hers with mine. Let's try and get my wife too. I wanted to get her to 25 followers, and at least she's one step closer to getting affiliate status. Please help us out, guys. Alright? Because I've already said to my wife, I'm going to do a couple of reaction videos, but if I can't help you grow, I'm going to go back to just focusing on Twitch. Alright? Help us out, okay? Just help. If you guys help her out, I'll keep doing reaction videos. It'll be simple as that. Alright? Anyway, we're going to get on with this video here. 2020 Scoob, based on the Scooby-Doo franchise. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Apologize about the green screen.
This episode brought to you by Prize Picks. Run your game. Come check us out at Cleveland Gaming Classic, September 19th through the 21st in Cleveland, Ohio. Hope to see you there.
So you guys wondering, yeah, I've just turned a light on. But it's just trying out this bottom corner here.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to.
Afternoon, Doug.
I guess I just can't escape this mangy dog, can I? I would describe myself as a Scooby-Doo fan in passing. I'm not an expert on it, but I grew up with the show, and I guess to some extent I'm always going to be a touch curious what they're doing with the formula and characters. I think that's who the makers of the 2020 movie Scoob were aiming for. The film got mixed responses from a lot of fans and critics, and it's not hard to see why. There's not much of a mystery, a lot of the voice actors were changed, it seemed more focused on building another cinematic universe, and it was seen as too cynical. Well, yeah, but it was also at the start of the pandemic, and this kind of light shit was exactly what I was looking for. I mean, it's Scooby-Doo. He solves mysteries with the Harlem Globetrotters.
I remember watching that when I was a kid. The Harlem Globetrotters ones. That was so random, but the thing is about the Harlem Globetrotters, they weren't even a real team though. They were just like a show team. They were basically the sports entertainment of basketball.
All you have to do is be competent, creative, and not Velma.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this film, this series, Velma, which I think 100% was 100%, it was 100% racist towards white people, and it shouldn't have been made. And Mindy, the one from the Mindy Project, is a complete racist for that. They wouldn't like it if they did the roles reversed, would they? Like I've said on multiple videos, if a minority or a person of colour says something to a white person which is offensive, or a white person says something to a person of colour, it's racism, no matter what the skin colour is. And
I'll consider it entertaining. But at the same time, Scooby-Doo has been around for several decades, and when it doesn't work, there is something bizarrely...
Is that Captain Caveman? Captain Caveman!
...insulting about it. It's such a simple concept, and when it misses those bare minimum bullet points and replaces them with what feels like plugs to sell something, I can see how someone would be put off by it. So I'm going to give this movie another shot and see if people are just reading too much into it, or if I missed the mark. Let's see how far Warner has come from a cinematic universe being set up from something James Gunn did.
Yeah, it was supposed to have been rated R, and it would have been way fucking better. Way better.
This is Scoob. The film opens in California, where a young Scoob, still voiced by Frank Welker, is stealing his lunch while a young Shaggy, played by Ian Armitage, dreams of making friends, so he literally makes friends.
Nice to meet you, Shelly and Sandy. How was your day? Oh, you want me to start? How polite.
Okay, he's fitting way too well into this lineup.
Yeah.
I like eating lunch by myself.
Oh, I used to be like that when I was younger. I used to spend most of the time sat on my own because nobody wanted to play with me or anything like that. Like I remember in junior school, or junior high, you Americans call it, girls used to be scared of me. No joke. I'd just be there minding my own business, and people would just come up to me, and they'd be like, "Oh no, run away! He's weird," and stuff like that. No, legit. The way Shaggy is here, that's how I used to be when I was 8, 9 years old. That's why I found love in video games, because I felt like I'm part of something. That's why I love gaming so much.
And playing ping pong by myself? I lose a lot of balls.
I know the feeling.
Oh!
Scoob and Shaggy seem to bond over their love of strange food and that nobody likes to hang around them, to a point where Shaggy vouches for him and says he's his owner.
What's his name?
Snacks.
What?
I mean, Scooby.
I might be the only human being in the world that thinks Snacks might have been a better name. So far, the movie is pretty cute. I like the connection between these two, and even showing he was named after the treats rather than the treats named after him is kind of clever.
Yeah.
Who's that?
This is Blue Falcon.
You can kind of see where the problems are going to start, though, when Shaggy says he looks up to a superhero named Blue Falcon in Dynamite. Clearly trying to establish a Hanna-Barbera universe when Laugh Olympics is right there.
I promise I'll never...
So they tried to do a cinematic universe for Scooby-Doo. It could have worked. But I think the pandemic just put a kibosh on that.
take it off. I love Halloween.
After their Halloween candy is stolen by some very odd bullies.
This stuff will rot your teeth. Don't you know Halloween is just a marketing ploy by Big Corn Syrup? Your blood sugar will thank us!
How horrifically health conscious!
I know how that feels. Having something stolen from you. When I was 10 years old, I was on the way to my nana's. Two older kids approached me and stole my birthday money. That is 100% true, because it actually got in the local paper. I was on the second page, saying it was a little headline saying 10-year-old boy has birthday money stolen on his birthday by 2 bullies. That is 100% true. If I can find the headline, I'll try and find it. It'll be from April. It would have been from about April 97, April 98, if I can find it. I don't know, say I got the last laugh, but one of the bullies now is no longer alive. He died from a drug overdose in his late 20s. So, yeah.
The treats are thrown into a haunted house. 3 other kids, of course, named Fred, Daphne, and Velma, offer to help them out.
Come on, let's go get your candy back.
They naturally encounter a ghost, only to discover it was a guy in disguise.
Maybe we should do this again. I like it.
I'm in.
Why is Daphne dressed up as Wonder Woman?
We're in.
I mean, our parents clearly care nothing for our safety, so why not? They recreate a lot of classic Scooby-Doo imagery.
Oh, you're back. Don't hold back.
That one being new. As they grow older and seem to make a good living solving crimes involving people dressing as spooks. Their voices change too, despite a lot of backlash. With Will Forte as Shaggy, Zac Efron as Fred, Amanda Seyfried as Daphne, and Gina Rodriguez as Velma.
It's time to turn Mystery Inc. into...
So they changed, once again, another entity of Scooby-Doo where they basically changed Velma into a Latina. Amanda Seyfried is hilarious. She is nuts. Like, she was in A Million Ways to Die in the West, wasn't she? Zac Efron, I'm not a big fan of him. I know him from High School Musical and stuff, but he was phenomenal in The Iron Claw. The bloody hell, the Von Erichs story. Fucking brilliant.
to a real business.
Wear a tie and pay taxes?
Wait, have you not been paying your taxes?
I handle our accounting.
We're supposed to be meddling kids. Are we even old enough to pay taxes? So the replacement voices sound fine. A part of me gets wanting some better known names for a movie, but my question is Will Forte really bigger than Matthew Lillard? I have no extreme...
Yeah, they should have got Matthew fucking Lillard. They should have got Matthew to do it. Matthew would have been perfect. Zac Efron for Fred, yeah, I can see it. Man of Siegfried, Daphne, yeah, and then the one who plays Velma, I don't really know her very well. So, yeah.
Extreme thoughts on either of these actors. They're both fine, but I just don't get replacing someone who is a name and has voiced the character for years with someone who carries roughly the same size audience and hasn't voiced him for years. It's an odd choice. Speaking of questionable voice choices.
We appreciate your interest in
Is that supposed to be fucking... That's Simon Cowell, isn't it?
Mystery Inc., Mr. Cowell.
Identifying potential is what I do.
Today's guest.
Oh, Jesus. Do you know what? A lot of people said his face has changed a lot over the years. I think, I'm not 100% on this, I think he's had a stroke. And his face has gone weird. I think that's what's happened with Simon Cowell.
Star ironically looks less like a cartoon than the actual guest star does.
Yeah, you can see on this side of his face here that he's had a stroke because his face is drooping down. I'm pretty sure he's had a stroke. Sure he has.
I can't invest with these two involved.
What's more valuable than friendship?
Literally anything.
Simon says if he's going to invest, he doesn't see the point in having Scooby and Shaggy on board, causing the gang to, tell me if you've heard this in Scooby-Doo, split up.
What does he know?
Scooby and Shaggy are attacked by bowling pin scorpions. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna like a movie where I get to say that. But they're saved by, wouldn't you know it, Blue Falcon.
I'm Dee Dee Skies. This guy named Dick Dastardly. He's a psychotic supervillain. He's trying
Dick Dastardly from what, Wacky Races? Oh, they are trying to do Cinematic Universe, aren't they? Yeah.
to you.
Okay, even for a series where we're supposed to buy people dress up like dinosaurs to get pirate treasure, this is moving a little fast.
So, in terms of salary, you were thinking...
Indeed, if you guys that's a website where people post jobs. I applied for a bunch of jobs literally last week. I applied for 7 jobs last week. I've had 5 rejections already. So, yeah. Google Pixel 10. I had the Google Pixel 7. I know it's 3 generations old. The fucking great camera. What colour would I have? Not porcelain, not jade. I'd probably have moonstone. That's a nice colour.
Dynamite! Blue Falcon doesn't go anywhere without him.
And yet here I am, without him.
That's Kiersey Clemens and Ken Jeong as his assistants, Dee Dee and Dynamite. As it looks like this is actually Blue Falcon's less impressive son, played by Mark Wahlberg.
He's not dead, he retired. We still miss him very, 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 very...
Oh no, he's glitching.
No, I'm not.
So you might have noticed this is less the characters from Scooby-Doo and more the characters from a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Which you would think are the same, but are actually quite different. This was a bit more of a parody, with changes like making Fred mostly a dumbass and Daphne vainly self-absorbed, which is very different from the original.
Yeah.
And again, I can see...
Scooby-Doo, Scooby's pup named Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I actually watched that back in the day. I remember that. That would have been what? Was that early 90s or mid-90s? Because I remember watching that as a kid. I remember it. Actually, it would have been early 90s, because I think there was like a 10-year gap where Scooby-Doo had nothing happening.
See that not being someone's thing, but I see Jason Isaacs voicing Dick Dastardly, and I just shrug. I'm down for this.
You've lowered the bar to new depths of craven ineptitude I didn't even think were possible.
Also, I'm sorry.
Dick Dastardly the villain? Okay, we need more of this. We need more of this.
Some of these lines still make me laugh.
Adventure's calling, and it's for you.
Hello, Adventure. Yes, will you take my name and number off your list?
Oh, sure. You can tell that to this finger. Scooby convinces him to go along with it, while back at the bowling alley, the rest of the gang searches for clues.
A gangly dude that had this habit of using the word like, almost as if he was some middle-aged man's idea of how a teenage hippie talks.
Well, Forte's in his 50s.
Yeah.
They're given one of the robots and they look it over.
Trace amounts of mustache oil, 12-year-old scotch.
Ugh, is the bad guy my dad?
First time I've been concerned about Daphne's home life.
Yeah.
The clues lead back to Dastardly, and apparently he wants Scoob for his connection to a historical figure.
I can't believe.
Whoa. Scooby-Doo is the last descendant of Peritas? Who's Peritas? He was Alexander the Great's dog.
Ah, that would explain why he's clever enough to talk, but still sounds like the product of a lot of inbreeding.
You put jalapeno peppers on your ice cream?
Heat and sweet.
And alright, I can't pretend every joke in this is great.
Brian, last time you listened to someone on the internet, you thought Tinder was an app that delivers firewood.
Well, I punched up a script, I never...
Okay, no, come on, that's funny. That's funny.
Or even, Red, where's my paycheck?
You dim-witted do-gooders!
Dastardly corners Team Falcon and their army of Easter eggs and manages to get Scooby alive.
I just saw Hong Kong Phooey there. I've just seen Hong Kong Phooey there. Why didn't you do more of this?
Alone in a hall of mirrors. Not gonna lie, I always perk up when I hear hall of mirrors in anything because visually it's almost always gonna look awesome.
You, my friend, are special.
Honestly, this scene is so cool, I overlook the literal dick jokes being made.
Call me Dick. Rick? I'm a dick. Rick. Da-da-da. Dick. Rick.
Penis.
Penis.
He escapes as our heroes try to figure out how to outwit Dastardly.
Do something! Like what? Like drop some F-bombs! Hey man, whoa, let's keep it PG.
That's hanging on by a thread.
Dick. Dick. Dick.
F-bombs away!
They manage to get away, but find out Dastardly is after Scoob. So Falcon decides to make him an official sidekick, which means he has to take off his collar, which Scooby said he would never remove.
Well, looks like that old collar's in the way of the chest panel.
Yes, again, when people think loyalty and Scooby-Doo, they'll immediately think of this movie.
Yeah.
He gets costumed up as it looks like the mystery machine is getting pulled over.
Good evening, officer.
Ah, she had to be smoking hot.
Why is it always a song? Comedies know there's more than one love song out there, right?
Do you kids have any idea how fast you were going?
Too fast.
Where have you been all my life? Well, that explains my fashion choices. The gang gets captured, but one of the robots, Dastardly, pissed off, helps them escape. They figure out that the treasure of Alexander the Great is hidden in the underworld, and only Alexander, his dog, or one of their descendants can unlock it.
Alexander or Peritas can unlock it. Or one of their descendants.
And I know this is a kid's film where literally this just happened, but I feel like it'd be easier to find descendants of Alexander the Great rather than descendants of his dog. Scooby-Doo, you have lost all credibility.
Fucking Muttley. Okay. 10 points. 10 points. For fucking hit. Fucking Muttley, as if.
Whoa. Muttley.
Yes, he died of a stroke. Turns out all his laughing was a sign of PBA.
PBA is emotional consonants. Very uncomfortable episode of crying and laughing affects its trigger by emotional trigger. Does not necessarily relate to... Oh, okay. I've never heard of that. PBA, never heard of that. Interesting.
Dastardly finds them and reveals Muttley disappeared the first time they tried opening the portal because it was only a one-way trip. So he not only wants the treasure, he also wants to get him back.
Poor man's Hemsworth stays with me.
What are you doing with him?
Oh, I have grand plans for Freddy boy.
You know, this isn't how I wanted my first to be. Velma and I had a silent agreement. We wouldn't be outed on a mission. This is Doug Walker's jock voice. Might turn to Patrick Warburton by the end. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, this episode brought to you by Prize Picks. Preseason.
My biggest problem with American sport is either your seasons are too long or too short. American football season, too short. Ice hockey season, too long. Basketball season, too long. MLS season, slightly too long.
Come watch me play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth every Friday on Twitch. We also got other content during the week, so come check us out.
Check out my Twitch and my wife's Twitch, please. Thank you.
Team Falcon travels to Dastardly's next location.
The heat from the geothermal vents is creating a completely unique ecosystem.
Which appears to be Mesozoic.
Whatever, it's just to get Captain Caveman in there.
It is Captain Caveman!
Much out of nowhere.
Captain Caveman!
Goes berserk because Scoob took off the collar, even though he points out he told him to.
Whipped off your collar?
You gave me the nod.
But I didn't think you'd really do it.
Just come with us.
What happened to us?
Yeah, this part is stupid, and honestly, it's been done so much better in other versions.
Yep.
This clip is almost 15 years old, and I still laugh my ass off at it.
Stop it, Shaggy. I'm not stupid. Are you cheating on me?
That's crazy talk.
Raggy.
I know Frank Welker already.
Hang on, go back.
This clip is almost 15 years.
Wait, was Shaggy snogging Velma?
old, and I still laugh my ass off at it.
Stop it, Shaggy. I'm not stupid. Are you cheating on me?
That's crazy talk.
Raggy.
I know Frank Welker already has an Emmy, but he should get another one just for that delivery. This results in, again, tell me if you've heard this in Scooby-Doo, Scooby and Shaggy splitting up.
I never thought I'd say this, but Simon Cowell was right.
They run into, as I said earlier, Captain Caveman, voiced by gigantic question mark Tracy Morgan.
I will speak slowly so that you may process the welcoming tones of my voice.
Tracy Morgan is no Captain Caveman. I am sorry. No.
Will Forte's starting to sound better, isn't he? Yeah, I'll admit, I'm just not a Tracy Morgan guy. Probably the most entertaining thing I've seen him do is just talk about octopuses. No, really, this guy's fascinatingly obsessed.
They taught me how to live in an environment that can be sometimes hostile. Gave me wisdom and understanding.
That is
What the fuck, Tracy? I just know him as the, how can I say without being offensive, the gay guy in Longest Yard. Well, that was Tracy Morgan, wasn't it? In Longest Yard? Sure it was. Give me a D, give me an I, give me a C, E, give me... Alright already!
light years more engaging than him as Captain Caveman. And something is wrong when a sentence that weird sounds so correct.
Dang, those are some dope wheels.
He's... okay, not quite there, but he's still alarmingly too close.
No. Better.
Shaggy has a random change of heart from his random change of heart. Yeah, at least this dumb shit doesn't last that long. But Dastardly disguises himself as Fred to trick Shaggy into taking him to Scooby.
Dastardly kidnapped us and was holding us captive on his super awesome airship. Jeez, that thing is cool.
When you realize a cartoon satire of an egotist sounds less cartoony than the real-life egotist. It looks like Dastardly also needs
I'm not going to make a comment on Donald Trump. I'm not going to make a comment now.
the hidden skull to open up the portal, which Falcon and Scoob have found but now have to fight for.
I love a challenge like I love dinosaur eggs. Over easy.
It just sounds wronger the longer that voice stays in that body.
Yeah, I agree.
So basically somebody saw the stadium fight in Attack of the Clones and said, hey, we can make it more boring and pointless, as we get a pretty dull battle that, again, to its credit, does wrap up pretty quick.
I need to
Not
tell
me.
Scoob.
Dastardly reveals himself and takes the skull, as well as Scooby, leaving the rest of the gang behind. Shaggy makes a speech about saying things right, and because 90% of the emotional moments mean nothing,
I don't know why I'm making this comment. I've just made a realization. They've actually made Velma... how can I say it? Velma's more bustier than Daphne. I've just noticed it on the character designs. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know in the comments if you agree. I think
I'm just looking for...
I think they've actually made Velma more busty. Because Velma's more popular. Because a lot of men are into nerdy chicks. And to be honest, so am I. I like nerdy girls myself.
For a few laughs.
I'm opening the gates to the underpass.
Underworld.
And letting loose Sippy Cup.
Cerberus.
We get out of Middle Earth.
Copyright infringement.
What you got? Dastardly goes to open up the portal, recreating the one good shot from Lawnmower Man 2. That's not fair. I only saw the trailer. I bet you didn't even see that. And he's reunited with Muttley, who appears to have passed on.
I'm so sorry. There are so many things. You're alive?
You cantankerous canine! How could you do that to me?
Hey, to be fair, you did kill my lifeline when he cut off you-know-what.
Yeah.
To find the car that's right for you, start your search.
Yeah, I apologise for this. Basically, recently a lot of adverts I've been getting when I've been doing videos, watching YouTube on my... they've all been unskippable. Oh, this one isn't. This one's going to be finishing, so...
Our heroes tried to stop him, but it looks like the portal has protection. Thus, they need to find a way to send him back and close the gate.
Look at Scooby and Shaggy. They're terrified and they're taking on Cerberus.
I'm terrified.
Why are we taking on Cerberus?
So again, the climax is fine.
Yeah.
It's colorful and looks good, but you're mainly just waiting for them to do and say the stuff you know they're supposed to do and say.
You don't need your dad. He's the hero. I'm not. I can't win this.
He becomes a hero.
We need a plan.
Scooby and Shaggy have to make a sacrifice.
We'll distract Cerberus.
One of you has to hold the gates shut here,
While one of you locks them from inside.
They show that they've grown.
We've grown.
Or literally say it, because again, emotionally we know they haven't grown.
No.
And Shaggy chooses to keep the portal locked on the inside so Scooby can continue to live his life on the outside.
And then they do another film where Shaggy becomes Super Shaggy.
This is the film that kills off Shaggy. It's The Last of Us 2 of Scooby-Doo stories. Actually, shit, that would have made that season better.
Yeah.
Through a loophole so quickly explained, I still don't quite follow it.
Our bond will never break or bend.
So, my friend, it's time to return to your home.
Shaggy returns home. They even managed to capture Dastardly. Or did they?
Simon Cowell?
I also played Rum Tum Tugger.
This makes no sense.
Still can't decide which twist I like better. I mean, I can see Simon owning Muttley. They decide Scooby and Shaggy are the heart of the team, and they use that to get the money to go more professional. And because this film thinks it's the late 2000s or early 2010s, dance party!
Oh, God.
But seeing how this is based on the cartoon from the 70s, there could be a few throwbacks.
What do you say, buddy?
Let's Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Wrong. Scooby-Doo came out in 68, so it's technically based on a cartoon from the 60s, not 70s.
All right, that's 2 punched up lines without having to read the script. Where's my next paycheck? And that was Scoob. Seeing how the word I probably used the most in this review is fine, I think it's, you guessed it, fine. Like I said, I remember seeing this at the beginning of the pandemic, and I was probably looking for something lighter and more colorful to take my mind off things. So it's possible I just connected to good memories of escapism. But this is Nostalgia Critic, and it's about seeing past nostalgia. So I totally acknowledge it's very easy to see this as maybe too light, even for Scooby-Doo. You can see the obvious one-liners that were added later and the commercialism of trying to sell its own universe that never did get off the ground. There's not much of an emotional core.
It would have been cool, though, if it did get off the ground, like a Warner Brothers universe, like Scooby-Doo and Captain Caveman and Hong Kong Phooey and all that. It would have been awesome.
And while I don't remember any awful jokes, they basically range from decent enough to kind of forgettable. But again, I'm a Scooby-Doo fan in passing. I've seen far worse from this franchise, so maybe that is why I'm more lenient towards it. Whatever your thoughts, there's still some good animation, colorful visuals, and a cast of characters and a scenario that is still going several decades later.
Yeah.
So whether you see this as one of the stronger interpretations or the weaker ones, it's still pretty cool knowing that all this time later, something this simple can still feed an audience's appetite.
Yeah.
I'm a nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to.
Dick! 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 There we go. Yeah, I haven't watched. Yeah, I still haven't watched Spaceballs one yet. So, there is another one coming, isn't there? In about 3 hours, he's going to be uploading another one. Well, all I know it's a Disney film, so that's coming in. I'm probably going to react to that in a couple of days. So, I want to say thank you for everyone that's popped in and said. Left me a comment. Thank you ever so much, guys. Do hit the subscribe button if you are new. I know I keep mentioning the Twitch, but please do help me out on the Twitch, on both my wife's and mine, just to help us out, guys. I really would appreciate it. All of the support. And I'll see you in my next reaction video. Until then, have a good one. I'll see you in a bit. Peace. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. Peace.